I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm switching back and forth between OBS and Streamlabs, and apparently they're toggling my mic, so it's screwing things up. I didn't even know that. It's on now. It should be on now. I am doing good. Though I'm only going to be doing this for about another 15 minutes. I'm trying to just make the habit of doing, you know? I mean, it's better to do 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 40 minutes than doing nothing at all. And that's what I've been doing, nothing at all. So I'm trying to get back to doing something. Go back to the something is better than nothing plan. So yeah. But these guys are about done. I'm about ready to move on to the next thing. Well, which is finishing my demon monk. And then I'm going to turn these guys into a TikTok video. I'm going to take all the videos that I've done of them, download them, chop out all of the junk in the middle, mostly just the me. And then I'm going, just try to focus on the painting area. And then I'm going to combine all those bits and compress it into a 1-minute little video, and I'm going to upload it to TikTok. And then I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try with a big fat emphasis on try. To do that for all of my minis that I get painted on here now. So that is the plan anyway. Like these little video parts where I'm just staring at it. Yeah, I won't be doing I won't have those on there. I should do YouTube shorts too. I haven't done an Instagram short. I haven't done any of them. I was actually looking in the YouTube ones, but does anybody watch the YouTube shorts? I don't know. I mean, I guess somebody has to, right? I mean, I've heard that they're probably just as good. Probably better, because they're going to end up blocking TikTok anyway. I'm hearing rumors that TikTok's days may be numbered. Trying to decide if I just want to paint. These guys, the bottom of their shoes black, so they look like they have rubber soles. It's not the worst thing in the world. Instagram shorts too, huh? Can you? Huh? Yeah, I guess. Uploaded everywhere, huh? I don't know that I have an Active Minds Gamer account on Instagram. I only have my personal account on there. I have YouTube and I have Twitch, but I think I only have my personal account. Well, I also have my my business account on Instagram, but I don't have my Active Minds Gamer account. my personal, family account where, I do stuff specifically, just personal things. Don't YouTube and Twitch, YouTube and TikTok have different video criteria though? I thought that they had like I might not even be able to do YouTube Shorts. I feel like there was a criteria that stopped me from doing it the one time I checked. It's like you can't do this unless you have like 100 followers on your normal YouTube or something. Yeah. So I couldn't do it. There was some weird thing that I wasn't allowed to do it, I think. After doing one shoe, I'm not sure I want to do the other shoes. I'm not sure. I don't know if I like this. You and your link tree. Well, what's the point? If I put the same thing everywhere, why would I need a link tree? They don't need to go to the other things if they're all the same. You only need to link to all those other things if they go to all those other things. If you put it in one place, like if you're on YouTube and you send everybody to YouTube, why do they need to go to Instagram? If they're on Instagram, well, those are your Instagram people. They're not going to YouTube. Yeah, I don't like it. I think I'm going to stick with silver. I'm just going to let their boots be silver all the way. I don't know. I thought maybe having them have black soled bottom on their boots would be alright, but nah. Just let them have steel night boots. But isn't that like a link to a link? So you got one link, takes everybody to a link, to a list of links that takes them to where they're going. No, true, it's a pain that you got to put all those links everywhere if you put it everywhere. But I mean, like on Instagram, I won't put links on Instagram. I mean, you can't even put links on Instagram, can you? Maybe you can now. I don't know that you can. I think you... It used to be you couldn't put links on Instagram, but they may have changed that. I think I read somewhere that they did change that, but I don't know. And then like So basically, the only place Linktree would be is either on my YouTube page and on my Twitch page, because everywhere else doesn't matter. And there's nowhere to really put it. But I get it. I mean, I guess, if you're trying to get your Instagram people to go look at your YouTube pages, giving them a way to see all that stuff, assuming that you can put a link there. All right, well. Maybe I will. Got to start doing something if I got to figure out how to make these things produce, Start making some progress. I can't get my other stuff, my H cages or X cases and H cages made if I don't have people to buy them. Well, people don't know about them. They can't support them, right? They ain't gonna know about them unless I make better, more consistent advertising. I think so. Yeah, yeah, all right, well, I will try to do it. I will try to go ahead and give Linktree a try. I'm, there's also this other app or tool that I have to get back to using. It's called Hootsuite. Allows you to monitor and manage online all of your online accounts in one place. YouTube, Twitch, see when people write you, all of it. You can post to them if you're doing posting stuff, like Twitter and all that stuff. You can schedule stuff, send it out to all of them at the same time or different times. Tonight's wear steel boots. These ones look pretty clunky. These aren't knights, but I mean, you know, they wear the same clothes. Alright, well, you didn't answer my question. Are pike are pole arms, do they have wooden poles or steel poles? Because I'm trying to decide if I should paint those poles and just leave them like they are. They're not going to be steel anyway. I mean, I'm sure they'd be kind of some kind of aluminum or a hollow pole, and I don't know. I'm about ready to call these guys done, to be honest. I mean, they aren't supposed to be highly complicated characters. Not supposed to spend too much time on them. The Knights of Card. Make them look like cardboard. You, what, the pikes? How would that work? No, these are guards. They're so whenever somebody needs a city guard or a evil guard, these guys the last time they came up, or they were guards for like Vantham per Villa in a campaign I was running, and they were you know, bad guy. These are bad guy guards, but they could be town guards or any other kind of guards that you need. You need to reach out to that Linktree people and you know, try to get a cut of their sales. You're really promoting them. really, really pushing their wares. I don't know that I've seen. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever been clicked on a link that took me to Linktree before. Other than the one you gave me at one time. Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm just going to leave their pole steel. I don't think it's doesn't matter that much. These guys aren't that crucial in the grand scheme of things, and I want to call them done. And in order to do that, I got to actually be done with them. It's like you get to that point. Where is the Kingdom of Dollar Tree at? Definitely curious how compressing all this stuff into a 1 minute video is going to work. So I know I'm not centered in the same place, so I'm going to be trying to capture and squeeze and pinch and try to figure out how to get all the video into one spot without it bouncing around the video the whole time. Even when I try to say, okay, I know I have to be above this spot when I'm painting, you know, and it's like, then I'm like above that spot, but then I miss, and then I float away, go off into another spot, and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm not in that spot. And I have to go back, and then it's like, oh, that part of my video is going to be a pain in the rear. I was saying I started watching the Adventures, My Adventures with Superman yesterday. There's only 3 episodes of it right now. I like it. I think it's cool. It's supposed to be made by some pretty well-known anime guys, I guess. I mean, it's not anime, and I didn't really see an anime. I mean, I guess there's an anime-ness about it, but I don't know. I didn't see like, you know, the typical, you know, wide-eyed, overexerted expressions, anything like that. The stuff that's, you know, anime-centric. Key points of anime. So I don't know, but I mean, I still liked the show. It's definitely a different thing, and this is like young Superman. You know, like he's still figuring himself out. They do seem to be trying to do a little bit more story with it, which is pretty cool for a cartoon. And maybe that's what they're That's the anime part where they're, you know, focusing a little bit more on the storyline. But it is pretty good. But again, only 3 episodes, so, you know, for 20-minute shows, it took like less than an hour to watch them all. Let's just skip the intros and everything. You know, I've heard of that one. I don't know. Maybe I even started watching that at one point. I don't remember. I've watched a fair number of anime shows. But you know, as you know, I'm a Superman fan. That's why I started watching My Adventures of Superman. I like a lot of them. I was watching a YouTube review of Flash the other day. I mean, this was the title says, "Why is the Flash so terrible? It's the worst show ever." And I was like, "Why am I watching this?" I actually liked it, but I wanted to see what this guy said. And he hated absolutely everything about the movie. He talked about it like it was all fact too, and I was like getting irritated. And then I read the comments, and it's like everybody on there is like, "What is this guy talking about? This movie was good." It's like they're all like, everybody was like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This is all this everything he's saying is wrong. And I was like, yeah, all right. I'm not the only one that thinks the show is actually really good. And the guy was complaining about the fan service, and all the fans were like, no, we like that. And he said at one point, they had all these characters from past versions of DC or DC past and in the show, and he starts listing off ones. Any one of these would have been better than half of the ones they did, and he mentions Halle Berry's Catwoman, and I'm like, dude, seriously, of all the characters you wanted to mention as better than the ones that were on there, you chose Halle Berry's Catwoman as one of the people. I'm like, I think you did you ever see Halle Berry's Catwoman? It was a terrible movie. It was so bad. And there's nobody out there who's going to tell you different. I mean, that was so bad. And I say it's bad. And I'm a guy with a very low bar when it comes to superheroes and action movies a lot of times. And even I was like, no, this is not a good movie. I think I chose Halle Berry's Catwoman. The only thing I could see that was, what? Yeah, there's nothing. Like I was gonna say, there's something about that show maybe, but no. Now I think about it, no, there was nothing good. Unless he just liked it because it was Halle Berry in a cat suit. If that's what he's going by, okay, I suppose. But it was not a good movie. All right, there's one more thing that has to be painted on here, but it's almost 7 o'clock, so I really probably should stop. But I do got to paint. I do want to paint these guys' scabbards on their backs. So I'm gonna do something that's got a little bit more pigment in it, mainly because I'm finding that the paints I'm using are not quite getting through. Rust brown? It's probably a little too red for now. Leaf green? No. I guess I'll just go with my favorite, intense brown. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Halle Berry was not good. I mean, she looked fine in a cat suit, and I guess she played a cat woman-ish kind of person okay, but I don't know. Maybe it was just terrible dialogue, terrible show, but I don't think she was really all that good in it either. I mean, she's been better in almost in everything else she's done. It was like that was the lowest caliber of her talent. Now, I felt like, if I remember it correctly, I just remember her to be like overacting it. Or, I mean, like she was just trying too hard, or maybe she wasn't trying at all. Something like that. It just wasn't good. But no, and to understand, when they're giving fan service to these characters, okay, they're little more than an appearance, right? So they don't get to act. I mean, it's like they had Nicolas. Get this, Nicolas Cage's Superman. Yeah, a show that never really even came out, but it was all about, there was a movie and a line. They were gonna make a movie, but it collapsed and fell through and whatever else. But they had Nicolas Cage's Superman in there, which was cool in that it was like, hey, this is a character people have heard of, but never actually happened. But they had him in there as you know. There was when they were flashing through these alternate universes, and I thought that was kind of a cool thing. Just because it's like, hey, we finally actually you actually got to see this thing that everybody talked about as being something we almost got to see. He was definitely an interesting version of Superman for sure. For one, he was a long-haired Superman. When they were showing him, I'm like, who's this guy with the long hair? What is it? It's like, oh, it's Nicolas Cage. Okay. That's why I thought it was kind of a cool thing that they threw that in there. But ultimately, this show was. I still thought it was good. I did not like Ezra Miller, but he could not have been replaced. Not yet. I mean, maybe in the next. If they do anything beyond that, I hope they do replace him. I don't like him as the Flash. That was the one thing the guy had right. In his very, very negative review of the movie. He he was right. Ezra Miller's terrible. I don't know. Just something about him. It's just not. I mean, the Flash is kind of a goofy guy. But I don't know. He just doesn't. Just I don't know. He's not. He doesn't. The persona's wrong. And the other thing is, everybody really likes what's his face from the Flash um, TV show, and I like that show. But you know what? I don't know how much. I mean, now this is probably if there was enough people here to debate with me to say how wrong I am. I'm not totally sure he's the best Flash either. He's the best one between the two. Between him and Ezra Miller, he's the best for sure by a long shot. Because Ezra Miller's really bad as Flash. But I don't think. I think there's a better choice out there. I don't know. I don't know who it is, but I think there's a better choice. Maybe they'll come up with a new guy that's good. I don't know. Yeah, they couldn't. The movie was already made. When all that stuff when everything fell apart and he started being doofus and getting himself in trouble, they would have had to reshoot the entire movie, and they weren't going to do that. And looking back, if they had done that, the movie probably would have never been made at all. And they're going to lose some money on it. And so maybe they shouldn't have. I don't know. But it was already made, so at that point, it might be a write-off, but a write-off is still a loss. And the question is, do you write off 300 or $100 million or whatever it costs to make it, or write off or lose 50 million on it, or whatever it is. I don't know what the math is and what total is, but you get something back by putting it out. You get nothing back by writing it off. And they could not replace him. There was no way, because if you had seen the movie, you'd know that he was like in every single scene, which made it pretty much every single scene, and that means they would have had to reshoot everything, and that just wouldn't have been practical. Couldn't do it. Therefore, they were stuck, and they knew it. They probably wanted to replace him, but the cost of reshooting all that would have just been trying to reshoot it, trying to get everything redone, and the movie was pretty much in the books. It's just waiting for a release date, and they were just hoping he would not tank it. And I think ultimately that's why the movie is losing. It's because of him. There's no doubt about it. Because everybody I've spoken to who's seen it has said this is a really good movie. People who were able to just let's go see it in spite of Ezra Miller. People who have done that have gone, yeah, this is really good. It's a really good DC movie. And I mean, except for that doofus who really doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't even remember who it was. He wasn't. I don't know if he's a well-known guy on. Well, he's more well-known than me. on Twitch and YouTube, but I don't know if that means anything because I'm not measurable. I don't measure up. Nobody's reacting to my videos. Mostly because they don't know I exist, and my opinion doesn't matter. But I still think would they have been able to replace him and make money off of it? I don't know. Maybe if it was done by they weren't about to reset the whole DC universe, they might have been able to do something, only because the DC universe is being not continuing. But I think they just wanted to get this over with. They spent the money. Let's get it out there. Let's hope it does good. It didn't, and now they know. Alright, that thing is painted now. So these guys are pretty much finished. There you go. Hopefully they will get their chance to be used at some point. I may have to give them a quick of some matte varnish just to make sure that their paint stays good. But ultimately, I think they're good for now. The guards between the brothers from another mother's. Oh, fell off. Whatever. There you go. Well, I know they're blurry, but that's because my camera's lame. But I'm gonna quit for now. TDL, you take it easy. Thanks for stopping by, and you have a good one. And anybody else who checks this out in the long term, go check out the X Case and the Mage Cage on YouTube and Instagram. And if you like them, follow us on Facebook, because your following us on Facebook is going to get us to make those things, get the new big ones and the new inserts and the new stock in hand, get the Kickstarter launched. But we need to get as many followers as we can there. 800 is our magic number, and I still think we're in the mid to upper 400s, something like that. So help us out. Till later. Take it easy.